Hello. Hello, we're back with an art stream. Nice chill art stream on a Sunday afternoon. I was fiddling around with my volume settings, so I hope my voice isn't too loud. So let me know if I need to adjust anything. Yeah, I'm here with the art stream. As the title of the stream says, I'm working on a very overdue Christmas present. This is my Christmas present to my spouse. Was supposed to be this phone wallpaper featuring his Final Fantasy character and some Pokemon, so kind of like a crossover. And it's April, or no, it's May now, and I never finished it, so I want to finish it. You can see how I knew that I was gonna take a long time to work on it, so I actually made it, like, instead of making it Christmas themed, I made it spring themed, because I was like, oh, I'll finish it in time for spring so that it can decorate his phone for like springtime vibes. But it's like almost summer now. But I still do want to finish it. So I'm gonna try to do that today. Maybe over the next couple days. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, just gonna be a chill stream. I also have this reference pic. I don't know if it's gonna swap over. Yeah, there we go. Reference pic that I drew that I'll be probably flipping back and forth referring to. I also wrote down like the Final Fantasy gear that I modeled the clothes after, so I'm gonna have to look that up while I'm working on this. But anyway, I'm starting off with, off stream before this, I started with a kind of a color sketch. You can see the, I'll hide the, oh, that's the whole sketch. Yeah, I'll hide that's the color blobs that I laid down to kind of just plan out the palette and sort of how I want to arrange the colors. So most of the contrast is in the bottom here, so it's focused on the characters. The top part is kind of blah because that's where the like the clock and like notifications and stuff on the phone wallpaper will go. So that's pretty blank. So I think it's a little bit washed out. I think as I work on this, I'm gonna make the characters and the Pokemon like a bit more high contrast and saturated. But I think this is good enough for me to work off of. And then, of course, this is, you know, the actual kind of pencil sketch that I drew down. But yeah, so I need to work on the line art. I think I'm probably just only going to manage to finish the line art today. And then I need to put down flats and such, but and then render. So I'm gonna be working on line art today, and maybe I'll be able to get finished flats as well, but we'll see. Hopefully this isn't too boring of a stream, because I'm just gonna be doing light art and kind of fixing up this sketch. All right, so. Yeah. Here. I need a lot of, whenever I do Final Fantasy, like, commissions or fan art, I actually haven't done any for a while. It's mostly been just drawing me and my partner's characters, but still, like, I feel like the number of references you need to draw a Final Fantasy character is, like, much. They're just, like, so detailed. Oh my gosh, I need to move this mic out of the way and draw. Oh, I don't know what it is with streaming art. I'm like always so nervous when I'm drawing. I need to do this more often. Okay, let's see here. This it's a bit lighter. Here. You can see here I always, like, by habit draw, like, ears for characters when I'm sketching them, even though Mikote don't have human ears. I always do that anyway. I'm doing a derpy face. I think it's cuter. Hello, Insensato5. Hey, welcome to the chat. Good day to you as well. I like the tea that you're having. Hope it's good. Man, I already need to look up some references of this hair. How does this hair work? What number Mikote hair is this? Hair. Let's see. One of the popular long hair. Aha, okay, it's the one with the full bangs. Yes. Usually draw hair on a different layer because I draw it so like wispy and it kind of just gets in the way of everything else. That's not what I want. Sorry if you can hear police sirens in the background. There's something going on outside. I always struggle with this hair. Like, I always end up making it look like too... Hello, Greg. How's it going? What? What do you mean, what? I entered Twitch to see if you streamed yesterday. I did not stream yesterday. And didn't expect to find a stream? Oh. Here I am! Yeah, I'm working on some art. Started Twitch to stream art and I hardly ever do it. But today I'm doing it. Hello. Trying not to make this head look too big. But I don't think I'm succeeding. Like, I definitely drew it too big in this sketch. I think I'm not going to be too precious about, like, making the ears look too accurate or whatever. Have you ever struggled coloring on digital? I always do. Oh, I mean, it's a constant struggle. You know what I mean? Like I don't think it's ever not a struggle. I think what changes is just which parts of it you struggle on. So you're definitely not alone there. Like right now, I mean, I'm kind of challenging myself. Like I chose this sort of like camera angle that I don't usually draw people in. So I'm drawing the liner very slowly because I'm trying to get it to look kind of reasonable in terms of, you know, realistic camera angle. So yeah, I'm definitely not used to drawing people this way. Yeah, but I mean, that's always the thing though. Like if you're not struggling, you're probably not challenging yourself enough. You know what I mean? Like here with this picture, like I'm challenging myself with the angle, and I think the colors, like I've never drawn like, I mean, it's sort of blobby here, but I'm drawing this like flower tree scene with the sunlight kind of streaming through. I mean, like the sunlight's probably going to be streaming through like the branches and the leaves, and that is going to affect the shading on the characters below. So that's something new. I always see it in other art, and I always think it looks really pretty, but I've never done it myself. So, you know, if you're struggling, it's a good thing, I think. It means you're like trying something that you're not good at yet, right? And that's the only way you're gonna get better at it. But the key is though to know why you're struggling. If you don't know why you're struggling, then you probably aren't like figuring out how to get better at the thing. Hair looks uneven. Look better? My microphone is in the way of my pencil. That's a nice advice. Hey. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like how I try to think about it is all. If I always get, and I always get kind of bored if I'm like drawing that. Like I'm pretty good at drawing just like faces. But I get kind of bored if I just like draw that over and over again. So it's nice to try to like figure out, you know, what's something new I can try. And try to just do that in everything that you draw. Cute avatar style. Oh, thank you. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Just doing some chill liner on top of this painting sketch that I have. Nothing too exciting, but I hope you enjoy your stay. Struggling with perspective. So if you'd like to watch me struggle with perspective, you've come to the right place. Here. I've got the hair down, I think. Arms, the shoulders. You can see the back shoulder a little bit here. Something like Sorry, I keep tapping the microphone with my pen. I hope that's not making noise. Move that around a little bit. Don't want to be the only one suffering with perspective. Great. You're in good we're in good company. Yeah, this was my challenge for myself with this drawing. I was like, I want to try to do like a top-down thing. I've done it once before, and that was a struggle. So how better to address it than to try again. Yeah, the thing is, like, I'm struggling. I have this reference picture. I need to figure out how to draw this in the perspective. So, and it's got this kind of interesting, like, you know, it kind of pins near the top. I need to figure out how to, like, make it fan out in the right way. When you understand, it turns into something fun. Yeah, exactly. I don't know, it's like a puzzle. You're like figuring it out. Yeah. What is this anyway? This is a phone wallpaper for my husband. This was supposed to be my Christmas present for him, and I never finished it, and it's like May of next year. So I figured streaming it is gonna make me like actually sit down and finish it. So that's what I'm doing. So you all are here to make sure that I like actually finish it so my husband gets his Christmas present. I know, right? It's like so procrastinated on this for so long. How in the heck do I draw this hood? This like folded up hood. I'll look up a reference for this. These are actual, based on actual Final Fantasy 14 clothes. Oh, the character is my husband's Final Fantasy 14 character, but kind of simplified a little bit to make it sort of like a Pokemon mashup. So that's the idea here. You don't believe in holiday presents? Just give a present whatever. You know, I feel like I feel like I'm starting to lean more towards that. Like, I always feel like, I don't know. Like, it's not nice to get a present because somebody felt like they had to give you one, you know? Because it's your birthday or Christmas or whatever, but I'd rather get one when somebody thinks of you and they're like, oh, I saw this cool thing at the store and it like made me, I don't know, it was like something that reminded me of you or I thought you would like it, and so here you go, I got it for you or whatever. And that's always like a really nice surprise. And I think that feels more meaningful. And like on the flip side, like I always get really nervous because like sometimes I can't think of like a good present for somebody, and I feel like bad giving them just something that's just like whatever because I couldn't think of something. I don't know, that doesn't feel great. God, how do I? How do clothes work? I don't even know. This? Sort of like a vest. This is like, I usually draw line art way faster than this, but I'm like figuring out the shape while doing line art, so I hope this isn't like boring to watch. I think the shoulder's a bit too wide. I should bring it in a bit. Look okay. Or actually. Doing the coloring for the lines, it's a bold stylistic choice. Yeah, it's just I just put a sketch layer underneath. I really do. Something I've been starting to do more is like plan out the color before I actually like do, you know, the finalized like lines and rendering. So I'll be painting on top of this, but it really helps me kind of figure out like, you know, oh, is the composition exactly kind of what I need? You know, is there too much detail in certain parts? Like, where should everything go? So I actually kind of like, I don't know. I've started to find that it's helpful for me to decide that earlier, and then I don't have to do as much like erasing later. And also it's like fun to, it's fun to think about the color. That's probably my favorite part. Oh, I don't know. I just like doing it earlier. By the way, let me know if my mic is too loud or too quiet, because I was messing around with the sound settings earlier and I have no idea if I like messed everything up. It's on point? Okay. Great. Thank you. Coloring is the part you don't care for. Really? Oh, that's like the part I think is like the most fun. But it's also the hardest, so I also understand like why people might not be like into that. This hand is huge. I'm gonna make this smaller. This. For liner, but that's because you line art on paper with a marker. Yeah, line art is also very fun. I used to not look forward to it. Now I feel kind of neutral to it. Because I stopped caring about being like super precise and such. Oh man, these legs are not in the correct spot, I think. I think it's supposed to be more... I think... My pencil sketch, I think it's supposed to be more like... The knee should be like up here. Try to fix this. This maybe? Fire? I think the knee is supposed to be this. Yeah, but speaking of line art, yeah, I agree. I think line art's really fun because I think that's the part where you get kind of like the most bang for your buck. You like see it's like it's like the easiest way to like see what you're making. Is my playlist playing Christmas music? What is this? I guess that's appropriate because I'm working on a Christmas present. What should be like here and oh man, you guys probably can't see this very well, but yeah, I think a little more accurate camera angle. I'm actually on my phone. I'm looking at a reference. I made my husband sit down in this pose. I took a picture of him so I can see how to draw this properly. Don't be afraid to take reference pictures for yourself. If you can't find one online, you know, it's really hard to search for like a specific picture that you need, and so sometimes it's easiest to just make your own reference pictures. Okay, so now I gotta figure out how to do this. Lose. Fade this out a bit so it's easier to see. And this jacket is supposed to kind of like open at the top. So goodness. Let's do the skirt first. Right. That. How I want the skirt to look. This is so weird. I feel like I'm drawing the liner in like small pieces. Here I should just be bold with the and fix the folds later, perhaps. This dress has a skirt attached. This is like the Mikote bottoms I have. Oh, songbird skirt is what I picked. Have I sent you the site I use sometimes for 3D model references? No, I don't think so. That doesn't sound familiar. I know of like Pose Maniacs. I think that's like the only one that I've heard of. And then there's another reference that that maybe I should look at. That's like Final Fantasy specific like action pose references that I sometimes use. Called Magic Poser Web. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I haven't seen this before. I'm playing around with it now. That's cool. You can change the you can change the person to some pretty funny poses. Yeah, I'll try that next time. I forgot actually that I did this, but when I was making the sketch for this drawing, I actually used like Clip Studio has I think I deleted it from the layers, but Clip Studio has like built-in 3D models that you can just like use as references. So I dragged one in, and it's really nice for kind of getting the basic shape down, but it is a little bit tricky because the 3D models they have aren't very anime shaped. They're very like real person shaped. So you kind of have to use your imagination a little bit to alter the reference, but it is a good way to sort of get like a sense of where things are kind of supposed to be. So this Magic Poser Web thing seems useful as well for that kind of thing. It's very flexible. It looks like lots of different options. I'm gonna find a reference of this. Ah, well, it's fine. Whatever. I'm making it up. I'm just gonna make stuff up. I think waist. Where does the skirt end? Key question. Use the perspective option and change the light in any direction you wish. Ah, oh, so it's also good for figuring out shading stuff, it sounds like. That's cool. There's a belt here. Belt should not look too floppy though, so I think maybe I have something like this. There's a couple who upload photo references of themselves on Twitter and Instagram called the Pose Archives, and any pose they can think of. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, like thank goodness for people who make like reference stock photos. There's one I think she got her start on DeviantArt called she used to be called Senshi Stock, but I think she goes by a different name now. But I actually use quite a lot of her poses as references for my Inktober drawings. She's sort of like my go-to pose person. They do in their underwear, so you use that as a template if you wish to add clothes. Yeah, I think that's always useful, because then you can kind of like add whatever clothing you want. That makes a lot of sense, I think. I'm making stuff up as I draw this picture. I don't know what I am doing. Adding clothing to the body is something I struggle tremendously. Oh yeah. That's just like practice. Just practice and like trying to draw lots of different kinds of clothes. Like I'm sure, like right now, I'm sure I'm doing this skirt like all wrong. I do not have such a skirt to like, I do not have this exact kind of skirt, so I think I would need to like, I kind of need to make it up. It'd be nice to have reference pictures of, I don't know, I might like look up some, I know there's pictures of particular kinds of clothing that are commonly used, like these kind of pleated like schoolgirl skirts, and I've seen people like post like, oh, like, you know, somebody posed in like a whole bunch of like ways, like wearing this particular kind of clothes, or like suits. Like that's another one that people make references for. Maybe I'll look this up and see if I can correct the skirt, but I'll just go with this for now. So that I'm not just like sitting here stuck. Okay. Yeah, I might have to sleep on this and kind of like what I want to change about how I've drawn the clothing here. It doesn't seem, it seems close, but not exactly right to what I want, but I don't know, I'll have to try again, I think. I feel like this skirt needs to be this bottom half a little bit further down. That back leg's lifted. So the skirt's gonna kind of like look a bit higher up. Something like this. I don't know. I might come back to this skirt and do this again, but we'll go with this for now. And what do we got? Okay, long leggies, stockings, and then shoes, the bane of my existence. Shoes are hard. Okay, so the bottom half of this leg is going to be hidden by the flowers of the tree, so thank goodness for that. Kinda do the leg like this. You like shoes? Oh man. I don't like shoes. I'm so bad at drawing shoes. I need to get better at it. Quite right to me. Better. Yeah. My liner's kind of looking like a sketch, but that's okay. I really struggle with shoes. I don't know. I always end up drawing like, whenever I draw shoes, they always end up looking like Kingdom Hearts feet, like really big and blobby. Some people are really good at drawing shoes and they make the shoe look like, I don't know, sharp and cool and three-dimensional. For some reason I just can't get my shoes to look like that, but we'll try today. I have to draw this shoe on this side of the foot. Okay. There's this image reference I saw years ago that was super useful that consists of 3 triangles. Send it to you on Twitter? Okay. I think I'm happy with the legs. It doesn't look quite right to me. I need to figure out. You know what? It should be like, I think the skirt should be like. The back of the skirt should be visible a little bit. Doesn't look very dimensional. Like that, maybe? Now, shoe. What do we have for shoe? Stern Lady Errants. Reference pictures. Oh, and I see Greg's message. Oh, I see what you mean about the 3 triangles. Yeah, there's like a back. See, they're like progressively less tall triangles. That makes sense. Oh wow, somebody made like a 3D model of this like exact shoe that I want a like a high definition 3D model of it. Let's see if I can find a reference picture. Okay. Kind of like this. Sort of a, yeah, let's just break this down to shapes. There's sort of like a cylinder here at the top because it's sort of like a high top shoe. Angle here down on the top of the foot. Also, I have an easy time with shoelaces, so you like doing that? Oh, I can see how that would be kind of like meditative, like a good like pattern. Like I want to make this shoe like a bit skinnier. The shoe is technically a heeled shoe. I don't know how to like satisfactorily depict that. And my quote-unquote line art. It's basically just like a second sketch, but that's okay. Gotten. Okay, I can color on this. That's all that matters. Erase this. There is a like big buckle on this shoe. Add here. And this cylinder actually gap. This. Like that. Okay, this isn't the worst shoe I've ever drawn. Put all the shoelaces on top later, but yeah, that's not too bad. Feels, I think, a little bit more visible. Bring this up. God, the lines are so messy. Okay, I'll redraw this part if I have to. As long as it's not distracting, it's not a problem. Okay. Alright. We got some kind of... Skirt is really bothering me. It like does not... It doesn't look right. Kind of like vaguely bunch it up a little bit. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. Okay. Seems good. Let's draw... Yeah. This is as good as it's gonna get. That seems kind of reasonable to me. Clean that up a little bit. Hey, oh my goodness, she needs eyebrows. Done. Right. I'm probably gonna, this is one of these kinds of drawings where I'm gonna look at it. Like, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and look at it and be like, oh God. It's either gonna be like, oh God, why did I draw it like this? Or it's gonna be like, wow, I'm a genius. I'm so good at drawing. It's always one of the two. You omit eyebrows and eyelashes so much when drawing. I tend to forget eyebrows because I don't do anything special with them, but I never forget the eyelashes. Like I love I love drawing eyelashes. I don't know why. Oh no. I really like it when like there's a lot of styles that I like. Like I like it when people draw like eyelashes right in the middle like this. Like characters that look like that. Draw some collarbone here. A bit easier to tell like neck is. I think the shoulders. Eyelashes, I almost never draw. Really? Interesting. I love eyelashes. Draw like a little whoop, like a little, you know, I don't know. I think it always adds so much character. It's like the other thing for me that's like that is drawing like the shinies, the eye. You're coloring the eye. Doing that too. Okay. All right. I think that's good enough for now. I'm gonna have to mess with the skirt off. Shape of the eye is always enough for me. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, so now I gotta draw some Pokemon on this little picnic blanket we have. Let's see if I can draw Pokemon in perspective. Yeah, we're adding some Pokemon. It's sort of like a Pokemon. This was my spouse's request. It was like a Pokemon Final Fantasy XIV crossover. Yeah, it's both. Surprise, it's both. But just his character with a couple of Pokemon that his character would have if she were a Pokemon trainer. Let's draw Glaceon first. How do I draw Glaceon from a top-down perspective? I don't know, but I'm gonna try. Let's see. Oh my God, Glaceon. Oh, what I should have done is I should have taken a reference picture for Glaceon using my cat. You weren't really expecting that when you said it. You know, this is art. We can make anything possible with art. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, telling myself I'm not gonna try to fuss too much about whether I'm drawing these correctly. just gonna... one of my goals in my art life is to try to draw like faster. Means I cannot not fuss too much. Not fuss. Gotta my best here. And I go with my gut. See if that ends up looking okay. Wow, the evolutions have very round heads. Cute. This? Looking okay, I think. How am I gonna do the legs? This? Does it make it look kind of short? Kind of short. Does that look better? A bit top heavy. The body is too low. Okay, that's good enough. Right. Oh god. That seems fine. Can't tell. Okay, next we have... Oh. Ian has these like triangle things. Draw those. Forget to color those later. Next, carbine. Top-down view of carbink. Can we do it? Let's see. Okay, so carbink has kind of this like spherical head. Tiny spherical head. Side of this like tiny thing. Actually, oh my gosh, how big is carbink? Is carbink supposed to be like really small? It is 1 foot tall. Okay, so I might need to size this down. How tall is Glaceon? Glaceon is 2 feet tall. I think I need to draw Glaceon bigger. Glaceon needs to be a little bit bigger, I think. Carbink needs to be a bit smaller. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. The transformation tool to the rescue. That. Carbink a bit smaller. Actually, I'll just draw it and then we can shrink them. Can't do that on paper. I know. I realized like last year when I was doing my Drawtober pictures, I think I've reached the point of no return where I'm like, oh man, I can't live without some digital things. Like I recall like working on some ink drawings and then thinking like, oh, I wish I could redo this, or like, you know, just erase the sketch by clicking the visibility toggle for a layer rather than having to like physically erase and try not to rip the paper. So I've definitely been, I think I've reached the point in no return. Just learn to live with it. Yeah. I mean, that's one thing that I really feel like I learned from doing all my ink drawings is kind of like accept mistakes. Like good for you. It's like a good psychological exercise to do ink drawings, I think. Start using the white corrector, yeah. Have rock. Oh, you draw on pencil and paper and then color in digital. Oh. That's not a bad way to do it. I feel like actually that was really common in the early days of like digital art. Like I remember when I remember seeing like, a lot of tutorials actually that were kind of like that detailed, like, okay, here's your, you know, you draw your line art on paper and then you scan it in, and here's how to like process the, you know, your scanned thing so that you can like clean up the lines and like make it so you can color on top of it. I remember seeing a lot of tutorials like that. And so I remember I did that a couple times too when I was kind of starting to learn. That's how a lot of mangaka do it. Oh yeah, I believe that. That makes a lot of sense. Carbink is 1 foot tall, so I need to make you tall. Small bink. And the lines look all wrong, but okay. Then we have a Eldegoss corner here. Eldegoss. Top-down Eldegoss actually is just gonna be like a... It's gonna be a cotton ball, isn't it? How big is Eldegoss? Make sure. Not too big. Eldegoss is about 1 foot tall as well. Does that include the big poofy hair? Or does it not? Is Eldegoss supposed to be very small? I think it is. Okay. This Eldegoss just looks like a blob. Can't even see the face. I wonder if I should put Eldegoss in a different part of the picture. Turn Eldegoss around. Put Eldegoss here. Smiling. At least we can see Eldegoss's face here, but most of Eldegoss is going to be covered by the flowers and stuff. Okay. That's good. Let's draw a picnic basket. No? I'm debating about whether to draw line art for the actual picnic blanket or just to kind of leave it like colored for the background. Maybe that would look nicer. I can always line it later if I want to, I suppose. Alright, let's see here. Basket. How are picnic basket handles tied to the basket? Of like a like that. A wooden hinge. Cloth here. Okay, look. Yeah. Ooh, picnic basket. And picnic things I can put out. What kind of food do Pokemon eat? Pokemon food. Oh, I guess we could. I guess there's plenty of examples because we had the curry in Sword and Shield, and we have the sandwiches in Scarlet Violet. So I could just put we'll draw for that, or with the official artist for that, huh? Does my husband ever commission you? Like, pay me money? I mean, he request, like, he doesn't really like getting like stuff. Like, speaking of gifts, like, he doesn't really like getting stuff, but he really likes my art, so often he'll ask me for like, oh, you know, can I get a phone wallpaper with my character on it or something like that for like a Christmas or a birthday gift? That's usually the kind of thing that he likes. So he doesn't commission me, but those are like the kinds of things he requests as gifts. So, which is kind of nice because in some ways, because like I never have to worry about what to get him for special occasions. He just like tells me and I'll be like, oh yeah, I can draw that. But then on the other hand, sometimes it's a lot easier to just buy somebody something. It's a lot easier time-wise. So he ends up waiting for a while to get his presents. But I mean, I never have asked him for like money for requests that he's made. So yeah, and I also don't worry about when. Like he doesn't thankfully he's not super like sad if I don't give him his present like on like that, you know, that day, like the day of his birthday or whatever. I mean, I would like to do that. I should be better about doing that, but he's very flexible, which I'm grateful for. Yeah, so it's a pretty chill like arrangement. Some plates. Look angled. Like a graph. Gosh, can't draw circles. Trying to draw a cup. Nice. I think it'd be cute to draw like a little snack next to each of the Pokemon to show like, oh, that's what Glaceon was snacking on. Picnic. A snack with it. Oh my gosh. Marvel, please remove yourself from my desk. I can't see my screen. My cat is in the way. Marvel, please. Please move. Don't step on my keyboard. Please. Oh, he's stepping on my keyboard. Oh, Marvel. Oh, caps lock is on. I kind of figured this was gonna be a problem. Like right before I started streaming, he was kind of okay. Now he's in my lap. He just wanted to be held. Get an avatar for your cat so we know when he goes to your desk. That would be cute. I wonder how I can set something like that up, like a sort of virtual cat cam. Oh no, he's sleeping on my arm. How am I gonna draw like this? Oh, I think he just wants attention. Okay, Marble, you can sit here for a little while I look for references. I don't know. I don't think it's a thing. Like, I know people have, like, pet cams. Like, actual cameras. But Marble doesn't sit still enough for something like that. But I think it'd be funny if I could write, like, a little piece of code that's, like, detects when the cat is on screen, and then it'll show... You know, just like a very simple like image recognition thing, and then like show a little icon that just like covers the whole screen when the cat's like on my desk. I think that would be funny. I think that actually wouldn't be too hard. I think there's probably something just off the shelf out there that I can use to like detect if cat is in camera feed and then like do something. That might be a cool like little programming project. Ah, okay, so I'm seeing in the anime the Pokemon eat out of like pet food bowls. So I guess I'll draw some pet food bowls. Okay, Marble, I have to draw again. You ready? I'm gonna move. Here, you can lay on my computer arm, okay? Here. Yeah. I think we've reached an agreement. Gosh, I can't draw circles. So I draw a bowl. Here's my crappy pet food bowl for everyone. Perspective is hard. I'm gonna erase this crappy pet bowl. Crappy. Oh my goodness. Cannot draw bowl. In here. That looks a little bit nicer. Something like this. Nice. Yeah. Cool, okay. And then I think the last thing I want to do is I want to draw some, because like these flowers over here are sort of, these are technically the thing that's closest to the viewer. Wonder if I want to draw a couple of like cherry blossom blooms that are like kind of up close. That on a new layer. Blossoms. Draw some cherry blossoms here. Get rid of these. Up close and personal. Close and personal flowers. Or 5 petals. Kind of like sketching out the position of the flowers. I'm gonna try to not be precious about the line art because that's the part that slows me down the most. Blob in flowers. Like that. I just petals on the ground, but maybe not with line art. I guess I'll just paint in some small petals that are like scattered on the grass. Otherwise it'll be a little too high contrast, I think. Or I should do the top area. I guess maybe some. Need to look up more cherry blossom references. Cherry blossom. Pretty flowers, thank you. They are, I think they'll look good. I like this idea. I wasn't sure about whether I should just kind of blob in, you know, just kind of roughly paint the flowers, but I think giving them some definition will look nice. Giving them some definition will look nice. To find some references, like top blob of flowers here. But not too much because this is where this is going to be a phone wallpaper, so this, I don't want this top area to look too like busy. So I don't know. I might end up changing my mind about this later. Marvel, stop doing on my computer cords. He's super bored. He wants to play. I might have to end the stream soon because he's like bothering me. He's like chewing on my computer cables. Please. Marvel, be patient. I'll try to finish this quickly. No, stop knocking stuff off my desk. The disrespect. He's very demanding. Okay, I know what I signed up for. Maybe I'll just kind of leave these. Flowers kind of rough. Now that I've looked at enough cherry blossoms, I feel like I'm draw them by heart now. But they look worse and worse because I'm kind of going by memory here. Actually, the thing that bamboozles me most about like plants and trees and things is how how do I say this? Like how three-dimensional they are. Because the flowers kind of stick out of the branches in like all directions. So you kind of have to like whenever you're drawing like these flowers, I have to draw them from like all angles because they're like kind of they're like radiating out from the branches. And it's a little bit hard to kind of like picture in your mind how they all sort of interact with each other like physically, so it looks like there's a little bit of volume. So these flowers I just drew, they're a little bit flat. Yeah, if you look at a photo, they don't change the same. Yeah, they don't share the same static shape. Yes. So, hey, Betsy. Yes. My poor spouse has been waiting for his Christmas present all this time. So I figured I better work on it. I know. My poor husband, he's been waiting very patiently, very graciously waiting. Do you like I said this on stream earlier, but you notice how my Christmas present, like I did, okay, credit to me, I did start this before Christmas, but I just didn't finish it. And then if you notice, I drew the sketch as a spring themed sketch because I knew I wasn't gonna finish it for a while. And so I was like, oh, maybe I'll finish it in January, and then by then he'll have it for spring. And now it's May. So, you know, I was like kind of thinking ahead, but I didn't think ahead enough. If you ever want to buy Pokemon cards, I went to 2 Best Buys today and both of them had so many. Really? I didn't know Best Buy had Pokemon cards. That's interesting. Please do not tempt me with the devil's cards. Can't. Then you just said take a cup of Decided to take a few days, take a cup of coffee, went to Japan. Yep, that's pretty much it. That's basically the story. I was like, oh, I'll work on this, you know. Oh, it's so busy. The holidays are so busy. You gotta like shop for family and friends and, you know, people want to meet up and things like that. And then just, you know, and now it's May. That's basically what happened. Oh, nobody knows. No, I see what you mean. Nobody knows that Best Buy sells Pokemon cards, and so that's why there's so many. I see. Upgraded your GPU and PSC today all by myself. Woohoo. Hey, nice job. And added a new SSD. The only thing that didn't work is the $8 DisplayPort cord bought from Best Buy. Nice. Good job. Did you also sweat and cry like I did? Maybe you had an easier time because you weren't... You're probably not... I hope your like PC chassis is like big and not painful. Yes, basically, you did not cry, but you suffered. Okay, well, we are in good company, I suppose. Your case is so terrible. It's the pre-built Lenovo case, and it sucks so bad. Oh, why is that? Is it like too small, or? You have an extra GPU that you don't know what to do with. I mean, like, I think you can probably, if you don't want to like give it to somebody, you can probably sell it, because I think even older GPUs, like, people are still buying them. Make, you know, like budget builds or whatever. They might all be like this, but the side where the cables go is so terrible. Oh, I see. I have a confession, which is I've never had... I've only had 2 PCs that I've like messed with myself, and neither of them have like a shroud area where you're supposed to route the cables through, so I have no idea how you're supposed to do that. Like, my very first PC I ever built was just like a normal, like, I don't know what you call it. It was just a box, basically. And all the cables just kind of lived in the box with the other stuff. So I can't help you there. And then my current PC, which is like a small form factor. It's a small form factor PC, so there is not, like, on purpose, there is no shroud area for the cables to go. So similarly, the cables just kind of... I think what you're supposed to do with the small form factor ones is that you're just supposed to get really short cables so that they take up as little room as possible, which I did do a little bit of. Yeah, you just kind of stuff everything in and tie it together. I have a yes, it is a very big GPU. Well, I got a I on purpose got a... Oh yeah, oh my gosh. Like, even the newest ones, I had trouble buying... Like, I upgraded my GPU recently, and I had trouble buying it because I was trying to, like, desperately figure out if it was gonna fit. Like, I think my current PC case only fits, like, GPUs that are... like 13 inches long or something like that, but a lot of the newer ones can be bigger than that, so I had to be like really careful to not buy one that was too big for my case. But yeah, I have a small form factor build, but it is like just long enough to fit a GPU. It basically has room for it has the motherboard with the CPU on it, and then it has like one PCI slot for the GPU, and that's it. That's like basically all you can fit in there. And then like the power supply is also tiny. It's like a tiny, like, specifically made for small form factor PC cases that you just like stuff in there, like next to the GPU. So everything's really close together, and then you just kind of stick the cables wherever you can, and then suffer whenever you want to change anything. But it takes up, like, when it's all contained, it feels nice and looks nice. So you know, trade-offs. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done with the liner, so I'm gonna try to do I'm gonna try to at least get the flats done before I I want. That's done before I log off for the night. What am I doing? I like reverted back into an old habit, which was like brushing in the mask. But nowadays, the lasso tool, because it's way easier. How's your PC not 10,000 degrees when it's so small? Oh, I mean, it's a hot little thing, but it has, it runs a little bit hot, but the trick is you just kind of have to keep it clear. And then there's 2 fans on top that, do a pretty okay job. But yeah, it just runs hot. Like that's just, it's like a, like it has kind of similar problems as a laptop. Like there's just not a lot of room in there. But you just have to, as long as I keep it like dusted out every once in a while, it's actually not so bad. And actually this is a feature because Marble likes my hot computer because he likes to sit on it and be warm. So it's actually not all bad. Yeah, but it is hot. It does get hot. I do have to like clean it out and make sure it's not like dust isn't just like covering the CPU unit. I'm excited for you. What prompted you to change your GPU? Is there like a new game you wanted to play, or were you just getting annoyed with how stuff was running on your old PC, or felt like, or there was like a deal or something and you're like, I'm gonna get this deal. I might as well upgrade. Thought it good deal, so I bought it. I mean, that's greed. I mean, like, better than buying stuff at full price, you know? Like, if you know you're gonna upgrade at some point, it makes sense. Yeah, for me, I upgraded because I wanted to... Actually, you know what it was? It was because when I started streaming, like when you start streaming, you have to add all these like peripherals to your computer, right? Like you have like your, you know, your nice USB microphone and your like cameras going and like, you know, headphones and all this other stuff. And my computer started, like my USB peripheral started like failing. Like I would be playing Final Fantasy XIV and then my controller would just like stop working. It would just like power off. And I looked and I was like, what is happening? And I looked it up and it was either that my USB bus was just getting overloaded because there's too much, it was trying to like deliver too much data at the same time, or the bus is fine but there just wasn't enough like power delivery to like power all the USB devices that I had connected. So then I was like, well, I can't play Final Fantasy anymore with all this stuff connected, so I'm gonna give it a try and try to like replace the power supply. And thankfully that was the problem, so that did fix it. And now I can play games with all my stuff connected. But then at the same time, I was like, I might as well upgrade my GPU because I had a very old GPU. I had a 1080. I'd had it for a long time. I was like, might as well. Time for an upgrade. You could sell your 1660 Super for like $200 and you got a 6750 for $300. Hey, that's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Did Lois ever say what she had? No, she did not get back to us on that. Yeah, I'm keeping my 1080 around in case she wants it. Though I'm fairly certain her computer is probably most people's computers have a GPU that's newer than a 1080. So I don't know if I'll need to keep it around. But you could always just sell it. You're amazed that I had a 1080 till recently. GPUs are expensive. Yeah, they were expensive, and I honestly didn't do a whole lot with my computer besides playing Final Fantasy, which isn't that like intensive, like graphically intensive of a game. But yeah, but once I started streaming and I had all this stuff, and then, you know, I want to play games while streaming, then it made more sense to. And my little character animation thing also uses the GPU, so it made sense to upgrade the GPU once I started doing this stuff. But before, I didn't really like need it. I wasn't playing like intensive games that often. And now that I've upgraded a couple small things, I can stop being tempted by $1,000 things. For now, you can stop being tempted for now. But I think your strategy is like fine. Like wait for deals and then just like take advantage of the deal. You know, even if it's like you don't have the like most expensive thing at this point in time, but that's like fine, right? Like as long as you're not doing anything like, you know, like mining Bitcoin or something, you're like probably fine. Deal monster. I think that's good. I'm like too impatient to wait for like deals to show up. I just like get stuff. Like if I need something, I'll like just get it. And even if something's on a deal, if I don't want it, I don't get it. I'm like pretty good about resisting deals, but unless it's Tamagotchi related, and then I just like all self-control goes out the window. I think I've selected. Gosh, Marble, please stop stepping on my keyboard. No! Marble! Marble, please leave my desk. I need to trade him to not be on my desk. I've been too lenient with you. Please, Marble. I gave you have like a nice... Go sit on my computer where it's warm. Okay. Crisis averted. What am I doing? I am masking character. You're amazed at how you don't get upset even slightly to your cat? Oh, really? Do people get upset at their pets? I mean, like, I don't know. It's like whenever I get annoyed and then I just look at him and I'm like, oh, he's so cute though. He's so cute, even though he's being really annoying. So I don't know. It's just I don't like try to not be annoyed. It's just, I don't know. He's very cute. And he really wants to sit in my lap, so I'm now attempting to stream and draw with just one hand available, so we'll see how well that goes. I probably need to wrap this up soon. Almost about dinner time. I am. Might not finish flatting this today, actually. Try to get as far as we can. How long have I been streaming? Oh, not even 2 hours. Okay. Did the line art pretty fast, for me, at least. Marble, do not bite pencil! Ah! I don't know what it is about this pen. Cannot resist eating my tablet pen. Just because it like wiggles around while I'm drawing with it. Right now he's sitting on my lap, like trying to bite everything on my desk. If anybody out there planning to get an Abyssinian, this is what you're signing up for. An extremely clingy cat. He wants to be close by at all times. Ah, no! Can you hear him like biting, like making mouth noises? He's like trying to bite my hand. No! Mister, you're gonna get ejected from my lap if you keep doing this. Oh, you can't hear him at all? Okay, that's probably a good thing. Left the lap. Cat has left the lap. Now free. One of these days I'm gonna get him to meow into the microphone. I think that would be very nice. But he only really meows when he wants something. Actually, he might do it if I stream near his dinner time. But that's always dangerous because he just like crawl all over trying to get me away from the desk. I wouldn't be able to stream at all, really. I always try to stream after I feed him for this reason. Ew. Why does Eldegoss look so... such a big poop head? I guess it's supposed to look like a... like cotton? Like a dandelion? Gonna mostly get covered up by the cherry blossoms in the foreground. Let's flat the picnic item. These picnic items are making me think of camping. I should draw a camping themed picture days. I don't want to go camping, but I feel like I haven't gone camping in so long that I feel like I will be like I think I'm remembering like a glamorous like more comfortable than it actually is, sort of memory in my mind. Can't get over, do people get upset at their pets? Oh, why? I mean, I guess that is kind of a silly question. I guess people do get upset at their pets, but I don't know. It's like really hard for me to imagine being upset at Marble. I don't know what it is. It's just like he doesn't know anything. He doesn't know anything. How can you be mad at him? I don't know. I don't know what it is. And then you just look at him and then you're just like, ah, look at that face. He doesn't know what's going on. That's so cute. He just, you know, deleted my whole hard drive, but he doesn't know a thing. Life just goes on for him. Like, that's how I would be if, like, something disastrous happened. People get upset at their pets to varying degrees. No, that makes me sad to think about. I don't want to think about that. I mean, I suppose, like, you know, if your pet does something really, like, destructive, then yeah. I mean, maybe I'm lucky too. Like, I know some people talk about, like, you know, like, some people talk about, oh, they have a cat and it's like a total asshole, like an asshole cat. Like, that's like really hard for me to imagine, but I've only ever owned one cat, so I mean, like, what do I know? Maybe I got really lucky with like a very nice cat. Not saying they attack them or smack them on average. Just yell at them. Yeah. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Depends on the specific pet and people's like tolerance for handling annoyance. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, I kind of wonder, like, if we had a cat that had like a different personality from Marble, like, I don't know, would I feel differently? Is it just the fact that Marble has the personality he has? And like, would I not get along as well with a different kind of cat? I don't know. I guess I'll find out. Like, if I ever get another cat, I guess I'll find out. Because they're certainly not all the same. Like, they'll be different in personality. I do remember seeing like yeah, like I guess there's cats that, like, you know, people describe their cats as mean. I know like birds can be really mean too. Sometimes. I've seen funny YouTube clips of, you know, birds just like teasing other animals or like bullying them. I feel like I hear about birds being loud and needy more than mean. I can see that. Oh yeah, there's a very famous video. This isn't really like a pet thing. This is a wild animal thing, so maybe it's different. But there's a very like, well, I don't know if it's famous, but like I saw it a long time ago. I think it's an old video, I guess. Let's say that. There's like, it's called like Cat versus Crows or something, and there's like a cat. I can't remember. There's like a cat in a parking lot. Like somebody's filming it like from out the window, like from through a window, and they're like watching this like thing, this event unfold in the parking lot. And there's like a cat like sitting. There are two cats. I think the two cats are like about to fight. And then these crows are like watching the fight, and then one of them starts like creeping up on the, like, from behind one of the cats and like pecks at the tail, like pulls out some hair, and then the cat is like, what the, you know, and like whips around, but then is also trying not to get attacked by this cat that's like also aggressive to it. But then the birds think it's hilarious, so they like keep doing it. Like the cat like turns around to pay attention to his opponent, and then like the birds, like the crows are just like, well, one crow keeps like pecking at the fur, and then the other, it's like joined by like two other crows who are just kind of like hanging out, like watching their pal like bully this cat. So I don't know, crows can be, wild birds, yeah, they can be like, it's weird, like it's kind of funny in the sense that like you don't always think about like wild animals having this kind of, like you have to be kind of smart, right, to like do this sort of thing. It's like not evolutionarily advantageous to bully a small predator, but they must feel some kind of amusement from it, right? So I don't know, it's like interesting, I guess, to see it. Okay, let's oh my gosh, this is gonna be a nightmare to flat all this. Oh boy. Why did I draw line art for all these flowers? Yeah, working on this drawing makes me think of camping. I don't know, I want to try it sometime. My spouse is not big on camping. I don't think I have a lot of friends here who are like into camping. But so if I go, I'd probably have to go alone, which is kind of scary. I might only go like, I don't know, if I ever get like a dog I can take with me or something like that someday in the future, maybe I would do that, but it's also possible that maybe I wouldn't enjoy camping as much as I think I would. I'm too used to my life of like being indoors and like next to a computer, so who knows? Who knows? But I do like looking at camping gear. I think camping gear is really cute. Is that weird? You do like a cabin so you don't have to sleep in a tent. That's true. Actually, sleeping in a tent is like not the problem. Like I like sleeping in tents. But the part that I'm hung up on is like the bathroom. I think that'll be the part where I'm like, oh no, I don't want to go to a porta potty in like a forest. Yeah. Yeah, I guess if the cabin had a bathroom, maybe that would be fine. But I actually really like sleeping in tents, so I want this tent experience, but with like a bathroom. A tent experience with a bathroom, and I don't think anything like that exists. But I actually, from watching Eurocamp, I don't know if people have heard of it. It's this anime it's an anime about camping. Like, it's just like these high school girls are like, we want to camp, and then they just camp, and it's like cute and like very chill. But apparently in Japan, there's campgrounds that are just like, you go to the campground, yeah, laid back camp, yeah, and the campground has like an onsen. So like you sleep in your tent, and then you just, you know, when you want to wash up for the night, you go to the building, this like well-maintained building with like an onsen and bathroom and stuff. And like that seems like the ideal way to camp to me. But sadly, I do not live in Japan. And I don't think there are onsen campgrounds in the United States. But that would be like I would definitely camp, I think, if there was something like that I could go to. But yeah, I think laid back camp was definitely, I think, influential in me feeling like, oh, that looks so fun and like chill and like relaxing. I could camp like these anime girls. And the anime also does a really good job like highlighting gear, which makes me very like, I get really excited about camping gear. I'm just like, oh, like this table that folds up and it's like really small, or like this, you know, this chair that's like low to the ground and it looks comfortable. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, why do I get excited about this stuff? I don't know. Or like this cup. This like metal cup. It looks very rustic. I like it. I actually did some research a while back, like thinking about my camping bathroom dilemma. I was like, can I make my own bathroom? Because you can get like tents that are like shower tents, you know, and like they have like a little thing where you can like fill it with water so that you can like have kind of a shower. And you can even buy like I don't know if this is like too gross. You can buy like personal porta potties, like a thing that's like a toilet. And like put it in your little bathroom tent. And then I was like researching that for a while, and then I was like, this is like so much work. And then you'd have to clean it, and then it's like, Death Stranding refugees. Oh, is that what they do? I've never played or seen the game at all. Shelters. Oh, I see. I just know that you have to like deliver stuff or something. I know nothing about it. And it has something to do with Hideo Kojima? You can create your own shelter with enough materials. Yeah, I mean, like, you know. And then at like what point does it get like too much work? It's expensive, but it has its own built toilet and shower. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I guess another route is like that kind of reminds me, like another route is probably getting one of those like not RVs, but I guess they are kind of RVs, but there's like ones that are small. There's like small like little camper things that you can like attach to the back of a car or something like that. And there's even ones that like some are just like solid, like they are just like a tiny RV, and then some are like have like a pop-up like tent built in, which I think is kind of cool. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I wonder how hard it is to like clean one of these. But realistically, I'm probably too lazy to go camping. Like, unless I have like a group of friends that want to go all together, like I probably wouldn't actually do it. I'm just like fantasizing about like being a anime girl in the outdoors because of this anime I watched. Like I think I would probably, cause like what would I do if I went camping? I would probably bring like my Switch. And then what's the point? I'd probably bring my laptop and my Switch. I mean, like playing, I mean, I don't know, I guess there's a little bit of an appeal to playing Switch in the great outdoors. Get the fresh air. And you can listen to the sounds of Pokemon mixed in with wild bird calls. Like, that seems nice. That seems relaxing. You can like picnic in Pokemon while you picnic in real life. Don't forget the bugs and flies. Oh, yeah, that's true. So I think in the part of the US that I live is actually not so bad, I think. I think it's like infinitely worse in like the southern parts of the country where it's more humid. Yeah, I'd have to figure that out. I'm historically I've been prone to getting bitten by mosquitoes. I don't know why. That would be a problem. Humans used to live outdoors and camp generations ago. You stopped for a reason. That's what my husband would say. He's like, why would you want to do this? Why do you want to pretend to not live in a house? I mean, like, I get it. I understand. A couple days in a cabin secluded in nature is a good middle ground. Yeah. Like, if you can find a good area that has cool hikes and sites. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I mean, that might be what I end up doing if I really can't get rid of this, like, going to the outdoors itch. I think the main requirement is there's got to be a fireplace. Like, if there's no fireplace, then there's no point in going. If you cannot make s'mores, there's no point in going. A place to come back to, not stress about logistics. Yeah. The best you do it, it sucks and you get good anecdotes. Yeah. Do it for the comic. Do it for the vine. Maybe I should think about it like that. S'mores are key. Yes. Absolutely. My spouse really likes chocolate. And occasionally when we go into like a super fancy chocolate shop, they'll have like a s'mores kit or something. That's like, here's some fancy chocolate with some fancy graham crackers with some fancy marshmallows. And he's like, look, s'mores. You can make them in the oven. I was like, and I'm always like, these are not s'mores. Like, how dare you? These are not s'mores. You have to get the crappy like Hershey's candy bar and the crappy like, I forget what brand it, like the puffin marshmallows with the like rainbow stripe on the plastic bag, and the graham crackers that come in the blue box. These are s'mores. The crappier the ingredients, the more true the s'mores are. And then he eats this, and then he feeds me a fancy s'more made in the oven, and I'm like, this is good. But I will not recognize this. I do not accept this. Ooh, different flavor chocolate bars with s'mores. That's true. Okay to feed the addition of no access to open flame. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you need the crappy, like, I don't know what it is. Like, you would never eat these Hershey bars on your own, you know? But like, you take them to a campground and you like put them together with some graham crackers and a roasted marshmallow, and for some reason it's just like, just good. They're only for that. Yeah, you would never eat them by itself. Like, why would you ever? But like, you take them to a campground. That's what they're for. All right. I think I'm gonna end the stream here, actually. Been streaming for about 2 hours, and it is about dinner time where I am, so I need to eat. But yeah, I think we're kind of, done with sort of the major flats, done with the line art. Thanks for hanging out while I try to figure out how this dang camera angle works. I think I need to fix the skirt. I'm like not happy with the skirt. I might fuss with it off stream later, or maybe I'll just stream again if I decide to fuss with it. But yeah, I think good progress. I think I made good progress. So we'll get to more coloring, I think, next time I stream, because I need to finish this so my husband can have his Christmas present. So my regards to Marble. Oh yes, I will. He's right here, actually. He's right next to me. Marble. Greg says hi. He's not listening. Marble's not listening to me. Staring out the window. It's crow time right now, which around our house, this is around this time of day, the crows are like flying to their roost in the trees, and so he's very much paying attention to that. Anyway, thanks everybody. We'll end the stream here, and I don't know when I'll stream again. I feel like I'm getting some momentum with this drawing, so I might actually stream midweek this week. We'll see how busy I am with work and stuff, but I don't know. I'll stream again soon. Otherwise, I'll stream again next weekend. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye. Have a good evening. I should stream Cassette Beast. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you've been telling me about that. I will it is on my list. It is on my list of things that I want to try. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.